Hi everyone, I've decided to do a quick video that I've just done actually on my Facebook group, Fanny Stafford's Happy Stampers. Do ask to join that if you want to, and I've just realised now they don't let me save it for YouTube to then load onto YouTube, so I'm doing this one so that I can repeat what I've just done on the other one and show you how to do a card like this. So basically Karen Titus had a really good quick and easy fold, and I've done masses of cards already using it. So using, this is the long side of the cardstock cut at 5 7/8 of an inch, and then this is 7 1/4, and it's scored at basically 3 1/8, and it folds over like that. And then you cut another piece of cardstock to go over the centre. And you can actually do this if you have just 1 inch here. You can do the designer series paper out of one 6x6 piece of designer series paper. So that's that one, and then there's one with the Christmas whimsy paper. Here's one with the Blackberry Beauty paper. Here's one with expressions of ink, and another one with expressions of ink using the stamps as well as the dies too. So I decided to change it the other way because by mistake I cut my cardstock at 4 1/8 along the 8 1/4 inch side. I've just shown how to do this card on my Facebook page, so I'm just going to repeat it now and show it to you with this. So this is shaded spruce. The designer series paper is absolutely fabulous. It's called Painted Christmas. It's here on page 17 of the mini catalogue. So basically I cut it so that it was 3 3/4, and then I cut it, turned it 90 degrees, cut it at 2 inches, and then I cut a piece that was 1 3/4, and this piece is 2 1/4, so that makes up the 6 inches. Okay, so the piece of cardstock to go across the centre is basically 4 inches by 2 1/2. Okay, so that's why this is 2 1/4. So I'm just going to start sticking it all together, and then we can decide how we want to actually decorate it. I've left that a bit more open-ended. So just love this paper. I'm going to have to get some more of it, I can tell. Now I decided that I thought that looked a bit dull like that, and I decided that it needed an extra piece of white. So this is 3 3/4 by 2. So I'm going to stick, this happens to be thick basic white because I had it left over from another card. So I just sort of use it up, and then I'm going to take the piece of designer series paper and I'm going to just stick that so that it goes over the top, and hopefully it'll fit exactly. There we go, like that. And this piece is going to go over here. I know that I'm not going to stick it further than that, so I put my thumb underneath it and then go over with the Tombow, and then I know that the glue is not going to go over the area into here to get the card all sticky. So that's that bit, and then I'm going to stick this piece of designer series paper down too. So you could sort of cut all the pieces beforehand, and then you could, if you're watching a good film on telly or something, you could put it all together while you were watching a film or listening to a radio programme, or perhaps a concert on Classic FM. Who knows? We're all different what we like to listen to and so on. So I'm just going to put this down here so it's nice and even, hopefully. And then it's quite good because when that closes, that covers up this bit. Can you see the contrast between the two pieces? Now this is the Label Me Lovely punch from the annual catalogue, which is really useful. It's on page 150. Really useful to put your sentiments on. So I've already stamped a deer from Peaceful Deer in real red, and then we've got to decide. I've punched out a white, some out of basic white cardstock, and then what you do for the background is you punch. This is in shaded spruce. I've got to decide whether I would want that in shaded spruce, or do you know what? I think I'll probably do it in the real red. We have so many choices in card making. It's probably quite a good thing. There's so many different alternatives you could do, but anyway, I think that this one is going to look better. Yes, it is. That's interesting because on the original card that I did, I thought the shaded spruce looked better, but I think this is because this is a bit darker, so that's why it looks good. So anyway, I'm going to just put some glue on there, and the best thing to do this on is whenever you're doing gluing, to get out your silicone mat, because then you know if you get glue you can easily get it off your silicone mat. So I'm just going to put that on there like that. Oops, daisy. Let's just get it so that it's even. I'm happy with that. And then I'm going to put some glue on this side and put that on my silicone mat. So many uses for the silicone mat. I've got one that I use in my Stamparatus and one that I just use with glue, so it doesn't matter if it gets all mucked up. So that's going to go on there. Could put it that way, but I think I like it better the other way. Now the reason I'm not going to put this on dimensionals is because I'm going to put mini dimensionals behind the deer. One there, one there, and one there. Hopefully you can still see what I'm doing. So there we go, and then that's going to go like that. Now on this card I had the space to put Let's Celebrate. I might on this one, I was on my other video, I showed this lovely Merriest Moments stamp set which is in the mini catalogue. Absolutely love it. And I think I might just put, let's just see if it's going to fit Joy. Might look rather nice there. I think it is going to fit, so I'm just going to use that. Put that one over there. And I think that because there's a red deer and everything, I think I'll do it in shaded spruce. I think that will look better. Right. There we go. I could, if I'd wanted to, if I'd had time, actually put some other flowers and things on. I'm half wondering whether to get out my, this is where my mini cut and emboss machine is really useful, because I can just pull it out. I'm just going to put these to one side, put that to one side, and the acrylic block. Get my mini cut and emboss machine out. I don't know if you can see that, but just pull that back a little bit. There we go. And I have got, hopefully, my Merriest Moments dies. Here they are. So these are the Merriest Moments dies, and they've got an amazing number of little flowers and things, as well as the actual frames to go with the embossing folder and so on, which is incredible. That's another video of itself, which I'll have to do. But what I'm looking for is these little flowers, and I want to do a few of these quick and easy without having to stamp anything. So just open that out like that. I love it when you can just suddenly decide to do something and everything's here ready. So I'll put my plate in like that, take off the bits of cardstock that I don't need, and just put these down and do some of these flowers. Put the top on like that and just run it through and back, and then perhaps just do 3 more, so I've got a good selection. I've got some spare for another card. 1, 2, 3, and put that through again. I think 6 will definitely be enough. Probably just once through will be enough, but it's just easier to bring it back. Now what I'm going to do is, so that I make sure I don't lose them, I'm going to put the dies straight back into the case, because that's when you can lose them, when you leave them on your desk, forget they're there, and then brush them off somewhere. And I'm going to put the dies back in there. Right, so I put my cut and emboss machine away. It's so quick and easy to get it out and put it back. Right, let's get my card back. And where are we? Let's see where we might put some of these flowers. I'll just pick them off the plate and see. I just think this will make a difference probably. This sort of thing usually does make a difference. 1, 2, and there are some medium ones. Medium one there. Probably, actually, I don't want too many. I might just put a little one there, I think. Sometimes it's quite good to vary the size, so I'm just going to get my Tombow. I could have layered them up if I'd wanted to, but I think it's just enough to do them like this. What I'm obviously going to do is put a gem in the centre of them, which will make a difference. And then I'm going to put a little one here, like that. And then I'm just going to grab my gems, which I always have close at hand. I could put these little red ones on, and I think I probably will, because the flowers are quite delicate. I could have put gold on, but I do think these little red rhinestones are lovely. They're in the annual catalogue with the other sticky gems and things, and I just think they just add a bit of extra something. And then I think I'll just put a little bit of Winker's Stella on. And the last thing I need to do is think about a sentiment for the inside, because obviously I've said joy, but I haven't actually put a Christmas greeting to say Happy Christmas. So I'm just going to leave that like that, put my gems away, and then I'm going to turn once again to the Merriest Moments stamp set. And it says joy, and then this time I think I might put Thinking of You This Festive Season, because I tend to be using A Joyful Christmas to You and Yours rather a lot. So I think the Thinking of You This Festive Season would be a good one to use. So I've got thanks to the paper pumpkin kits and the other kits, I've got a whole host of different acrylic blocks that I've accumulated. Could do real red for the sentiment, but because there's the red designer series paper to the right, I think it'd be better to use shaded spruce. So with confidence, just press down, hold for a few seconds to allow the ink to be absorbed into the cardstock, and then hey presto. This stamp set stamps beautifully. The sentiments come out really clear. It's so satisfying when you stamp stamps and they come out really beautifully. Now I might do what I did in the other one. Just do something to give it a little bit. I think that is a bit large. I'm just going to do what I did before. I'm just going to put these leaves on. I did this on the other card. Like that. I think just one set is enough. And then the other thing I'm going to do is just find these little holly berries. Put this away, and then hopefully my real red ink is somewhere. Let me just see if I can find it. If it's not real red, it's going to have to be cherry cobbler. I know I've got my real red ink pad somewhere, but I might have to just go, here it is. Just to do the little berries that come in the set as well. Just finish it off nicely, I think. Don't want to overdo it really, and obviously you could decorate the envelope as well, but as you can see, these stamps I think stamp beautifully. Really pleased with them, so I'll just put the top on there and put those away. And there you are. So there's the card. Joy, Thinking of You This Festive Season. Let's celebrate a joyful Christmas to you and yours. Another joy with the 2 poinsettias and the leaves, and then that opens up, say, a joyful Christmas to you and yours. Then this different part of the cardstock that I used, Merry Christmas, sending love and peace this season. And then this one, which Karen Titus then showed instructions to do this one, which is again cutting. In America it's 4 1/4, but in England it's 4 1/8. And then she put an extra fold in here to put a little gift card or a £20 note in. And then those trees come from the Peaceful Dear stamp set. And these trees come actually from the Pine Trees stamp set from last year, which is retired, but thankfully I hung on to it. So I hope you've enjoyed my video. Thanks for watching. Bye.